Hey there, how's it going? My name's Lookout, so welcome to this video on The Last Flame. It's finally released and I'm super excited to play it. So let's jump in to our first run here. We have to play on Novice and let's just embark on Ascension. It's probably one of the best auto-battlers out there, especially PvE aspect. From the start we get to choose two characters and basically we want to build a synergy between all our characters. Right now I'm seeing two burn debuff characters. Be back in 1 second while I choose our characters here. Welcome back to two characters. We're going to select our Blake and Ola. Blake has the passive every attack the hero gains 2 attack damage and it stacks 15 times. Gains lifesteal once it reaches max stacks, which is 15. Then his ult is Molten Knife. He throws a Molten Knife at his current target, dealing damage to all enemies hit and inflicting 2 burns. In addition, it scales with attack damage as well as spell power, but animation scales with attack speed. He is a ranged DPS. He's a physical damage dealer and he generates burn debuffs. We're going to take Ola as well. Her passive is Mana Dragon. She gains 1 mana regen for every 3 max mana they have. And her ult Dragon Dance. She performs Dragon Dance, gaining 2% attack damage per max mana. She deals damage to her target and inflicts 2 burns over 2 strikes and then deals damage to nearby enemies, inflicting 1 burn over 1 strike. In addition, Dragon's Dance scales with attack damage as well as spell power. She's a physical damage dealer, but she's a melee character. So these are our two characters. Now we get to choose our relic here. Banner collection. When you pick an origin or change origin, you heal for 25 flame and gain 250 coins. Coins is used to buy items in shop, and flame is our HP. Min-max and notes. You no longer gain passive XP, but instead gain trophies. Trophies are worth 5 XP, so we gain additional XP. You can choose who to level up. When the fight starts, all heroes gain 2% attack damage per souvenir. Every floor visited, you gain a stack of the souvenir. When you enter a campfire, it loses half its stacks, or gain 100% amount of trophies. Can we look at the map? Yeah, we can look at the map early. Reason being, we could take Gargoyle, take an early campfire, and then never reach campfire again. Well, I think we take min-max and notes here. Act 1, the forest. We want to prioritize going to the campfire as fast as we can, as it gives us an origin, and I'll explain the origin once we get there. Let's jump into our first fight here. First fight is what it is. We'll just let it play. We'll go on 2 speed. It's a guaranteed win anyway. Let's check our first chest here. New character. I haven't seen this character since playing the prologue. We got Cora. Every 5 seconds, the hero gains 60 shield and 15 per summon on the battlefield. Cora shoots a bullet storm around her, dealing damage to nearby enemies and healing heroes in bullet storm. She's a support character. She shields and she heals the party. We're going to be taking Cora here. Next up, we want mana regen and max mana. So I'm going to reroll here. Attack damage, max mana, and mana regen. That's for Ola. She will scale off this. Let us proceed to the second fight here. We're going to have Ola, we're going to have Cora in the back. And the only way we can level up is using the XP trophies here. Hero gains crit chance. The further they're from other heroes. I don't think we take that. It also inflicts bleeds. When the hero gets below 50% max HP, inflicts a bleed to all enemies. This effect has a cooldown of 7 seconds. Additionally, the first time this effect triggers, the hero gains full mana. Full mana sounds pretty awesome actually. But I'm going to be greedy here and take the coins. Every 10th hit, basically gain some gold. Let's see how we do in this fight. That was a quick fight. It wasn't too bad. Let's recruit another hero. We got another burn debuff. Let's go to tank. And we got a new character. James. I haven't seen this character either. We're probably going to take Atreus here. Every 20% missing HP, the hero gains 1 mana regen. He casts Molten Shield, taunting his target, dealing damage to enemies, inflicting 3 burn. He gains 100 defense for 3 seconds. So he's our tank. Kind of good character to get for us here now. With 4 attacks, gain 15 spell power. I'm actually going to take this for right now. And we're going to forge it on to our mana regen. We want to be increasing her max mana as much as we can. We're going to level up Atreus here. We can have 2 Drakes increase attack speed every time the hero crits They gain a shield for 25% of the damage dealt or gain attack speed. I'm going to take the shield. Here's going to be our tank. Let's go ahead and place him in this position. Have Ola going in the back here, getting targeted by this guy. And have Cora back here. See the max mana, 10 max mana. And that fight is over. Let's recruit another hero, all lead characters. Critical strike character here. Out of all these, I don't really want any of them. We're just going to take Arbiter. Attack damage and max mana. I think we're actually going to take this. Next up, we're looking for defense here. And Atreus benefits off defense here. Attack damage and crit chance, actually. We need some defensive items though. Let's proceed on now. Let's go to the campfire and get our origin. Origins are global and permanent team buffs or effects. Picking and swapping are free. So basically, we can pick Stormface here and stun enemies take 75% more damage from all sources. Versus Icy Wyvern, which every 5 seconds deals spell damage to the enemy with the most amount of frost, equal to the amount of frost times your team's spell power. This is to do with bleeds. This summons a big dinosaur. Has 20% of your team's total max HP, attack damage, and attack speed. Hero with the highest max HP has an aura dealing spell damage, or every 4 seconds. The heroes with the most shields receive a shield equal to the team's total mana regen. I'm actually going to reroll here. They don't seem to be too good for us. This defense for team's spell power. Gain attack damage equal to team's defense. All heroes gain crit chance. So team's bonus mana. I'm probably going to take Warmonger here. Excess crit chance is above 100%, becomes crit damage. Twice the amount of shocks. Every 6 seconds, the hero with the highest max HP gains max HP equal to the team's attack damage. And receives a heal for that much. This is also pretty good. For every summon on the battlefield, heroes gain 15% shield received. Additionally, every 4 seconds, all summons gain attack damage equal to 5% of the team's total shield. This sounds pretty good too, for a summon build. We're going to take Warmonger here. We're going to enchant our War Staff. Every 4 attacks gain 30 spell power, but max mana is increased even more. Let's go to the events here. Treasure. While exploring the forest, you come across a massive chest. You think to yourself that that's it, we made it. On second thought, you wonder, what is such a massive chest doing in the middle of the forest? Your heart starts beating pretty fast. Boom, kaboom, boom, kaboom. 40% chance to find 350 gold, and 60% chance to, or we could just leave, but you feel the fear of missing out for the rest of the adventure. We're going to take the risk. We actually got it. Pretty awesome. Should we go to shop and 2 elites? I think that is the route that we want to go. In the shop you can buy characters. Joanna is a summon character. Summons creatures. And I don't think we want any of these characters. We want to take a look at the legendary recipes. We got Master the Druid. Per summons, on cast where receives a heal equal to 200% defense. How often does he cast? He's got 7 mana. That seems pretty strong for our tank here with 48 defense. Let's forge that up and put it on him straight away. Any other things you want here? 3 mana regen, attack speed. Attack speed seems pretty good. Every 2 seconds, consume 2 bleeds on the target. To gain mana regen, every attack. Ooh. This has potential to break the game because we want to put it on Ola here. So potentially she can cast without having to fill up her mana because her mana increases every couple of attacks. 50%. Oh, we should have actually bought this to inflict burns. That would have been a nice one. We can't really sell anything, so we're just going to take the attack speed and we're going to put it on Blake. Now let's proceed on to the elite. Our first elite fight here. We want to use up some of our trophies here. We want to level up Blake. Get another passive every 4 seconds heal. Lowest HP for spell power. Or the hero's crit chance. The further they are from other heroes. We're going to take the crit chance. Now, to position our characters. We want our tank to be targeted by most. I think Ola can survive again one of these guys. I think this is our best positioning for now. And let's take him out here. Yeah, this one wasn't even close, to be honest. Awesome. Let's check our chest. We get to pick an item. On cast, gain defense or gain attack damage to how far they are from other heroes. If we had a way to increase casting on our Atreus here, I would be very, very happy. It's time to pick our relic. We got Malachite. Our highest HP hero gains more HP and heals for that amount. Snail Shell. Shield the hero with the most shield every 3 seconds. If no heroes have shield, it shields the lowest HP hero instead. This is actually pretty good. Coral Heart, the hero with the highest max mana, gains 4 spell power. And this actually is really, really good for Ola. Elephant Boots, 2 Exile buffs. Exile buffs I'm not the biggest fan of. We're going to take Coral Heart. Reason being, you can't position your characters the way you want to position. We're going to go to the event here. Dark Cave. While exploring the area, you discover a very dark cave. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 eyes are lurking at you from the shadows. You also notice a very interesting pouch of gold sitting right behind those 6 eyes. What do? Fight if victorious, gain 12 trophies, 15 total, and 130 gold. Or Duke again, steal and run, gain 100 gold and flee. We're going to take the fight. Can't be too scared of this fight. I don't think we even want to level up our characters here. This position seems fine. Although Ola has taken a lot of damage. Character died, we lost some HP. It is what it is. This guy's actually quite scary. This giant bat. Because he heals himself. We're after getting into the enraged timer, where they deal extra damage and attack faster, but we managed to get through the fight. We got recuperation necklace. I don't know if we want any of these. Realm shield seems to be pretty good, but it is what it is. Malicious eye ring. Every second consume the wearer's HP, equal to 2% of max HP. To deal spell damage to all nearby enemies. If you have a way to consistently heal your front line, this would be very, very good. 2 other ways to create shocks. I don't think we want. Shock and frost, not really. Spell power, lifesteal, none of this. We're going to take the crit chance. Inflicting burns. We want to put it on Blaze's thing here. We got a lot of trophies right now. We're going to level up Ola first. Magic Steel, Lifesteal, HP, or Defense. Just going to put Defense. And level up our other tank here. HP, Crit Chance, Magic Steel, or Attack Speed. I think just straight up HP. Going to level up Blaze here. Attack Speed, Mana Regen. We're going to take Attack Speed. Next up, going to level up Korra. Get a passive when the hero is below 50% HP to gain a shield equal to 15% of their max HP. Every 4 attacks if the hero is above 25% HP. It does not have full shield, the hero loses 5 max HP, but gains shield equal to 5% of HP. In addition, when the fight starts, they gain a shield. Or every 500 HP lasts during fight, gain lifesteal. Go and take the shield here. Want Atreus to be targeted. First of all, Korra in the back, along with Alec. Let's have Atreus being targeted by the 2 enemies. He has the most defense, he's got 187 or 183 when he uses his ults. And he scales up his defense whenever he casts. Spell power and defense, spell power max HP, crit damage. Gonna reroll here. We'll take attack speed and crit chance. And attack speed and crit chance. I'm going to move the attack speed to Korra and I'm going to add in 2 of these. So he has a 49% crit chance. Let's pick our relic now. Deal 50 damage per frost to enemy with the most frost every 4 seconds. Whenever mana regen generates mana, 30% chance to grant an additional mana. We got Garnet, which stacks bleeds, but it's capped at bleeds. Could actually take it and try to remove Alec. I think we actually take Garnet here. This is also kind of synergistic where but we like using our trophies rather than holding them on to scale up our attack damage. Gonna take Garnet here. It kind of makes Alec useless. It is what it is though. Let's see here, the Hydra cast. Poison Breath dealing 175 spell damage in the cone in front of him, and healing for that damage dealt. He always targets the lowest HP unit. Blake, Alec, Ola, Cora, and the Trace. Probably going to target Blake or Alec. So I'm going to have these like this. I'm going to have Ola here. Going to have a Trace tanking these two, and Cora in behind Ola here. Let's continue on. Oh, he's actually attacking Cora because Cora lost HP, which isn't too bad actually. He is hitting two of our characters though. Can we burst him down before? No, he took out Ola. Kind of sad that we lost a character. We lost some flame, but it is what it is. Let's recruit another character. We're going to take Magnus here because it is another burn debuff. We got Zico here, which is a new character, and we got Marco, which is a new character as well, which has to do with bleeds as well as a healer. Zico performs a flip strike to his current target, dealing an attack damage with a bonus of 200% attack damage. In addition, if above 65% max HP, consumes max HP to gain attack damage. And gains a lifesteal per missing life, so it's a lifesteal unit. Uses their health resource as a way to deal damage. Then we got Bleeding Storm. He shoots Bleeding Storm arrows. Damage to his current target. Additionally, Marco gains shield equal to 5% of the damage done by the Bleeding Storm for every bleed on his enemy. That sounds incredible. He gains crit chance the further he is away from other heroes. We're going to take Magnus here. His ult casts Lava Eruption, dealing 4 damage and applying a lot more burns. In addition, it gains buff that increases the damage it deals from burns by 100%. And his cast, he gains attack speed 40%. Let's check our legendary recipe here. We don't want the bleeds one. 400% crit damage sounds incredibly awesome. We could take it, put it on Blake, have a 44%. I think we actually take it. And we're going to forge it straight away, put it back on him. But he does a lot of damage right now. A relic now, Cup of Blood. Your flame cannot be reduced below 1 during combat. Losing a fight makes you lose 5 flame. You can't lose the run unless you lose a fight. Additionally, after each fight, if you're 1 flame, heal for 5 and gain 2 additional trophies. Gain 6 flame after each fight, and to start a fight you either gain Happy Fish or Angry Fish, depending on your current flame. When missing less than 30%, all heroes receive Happy Fish buff, 20% attack speed. When missing 30 or more, all heroes receive Angry, minus 10% attack speed. Not great. Max flame is reduced, but gain 3 free rerolls, or buddies too whenever a hero dies, and gain this much trophies. I'm going to take a Cup of Blood here, so we can't lose in fights here. Let's plan a route now. We want a route with the most elites. If we go this way, we can have 2 elites. So the most we can have is 2 elites. Next, we want a passive reroll, shop or campfire. Or you want to shop and campfire without the passive reroll. And then elite. We're gonna have 1 elite this way. So we're gonna go this way. We want 2 elites. We're going to take out Alec now. Alec's kind of useless. Got 10 trophies here. Who should we level up? It costs 8 trophies to level up all at 4. I'm going to level up Magnus though. When fight starts, 2 red drakes. Gain attack damage, not great for him. Whenever he crits, gain attack speed, or every time he crits, gain gold. I'm going to take the crits on gold. Your position going to have Atreus be targeted by all 3. Have Ola. As close as I can put her. Have Magnus back here, Cora in here. This seems fine for me. Actually, this guy targeted Ola anyway. Probably better off. Didn't get Atreus to be murdered here. Not too bad. Let's check her item here. When the wearer's attack damage, gain crit chance for the remainder of the fight. Sounds actually pretty good. But not too good for us right now. 5 mana regen. We lose 30 HP per second. Sounds not great. Gonna reroll here. When the wearer receives damage from any source, they have a 30% chance to inflict burn to all enemies. I'm gonna be taking this one, and I'm gonna be forging it straight away. Actually, we can't afford it straight away. We need some defensive items. Going to level up Ola. Every attack, 15% chance to stun. Gain 21% crit chance. And Omni-crit. Omni-crit means you can crit on every thing you can do, like your ult and everything else. Or gaining shield, gain attack speed. I'm going to take Omni-crit and 21% crit chance. What does this guy do? The heroes in front. So we want Atreus to be making him target behind. And we can just run on. This position is certainly fine. Yeah, we want to forge those items and put them onto Atreus, making him a super tank for us and inflicting a lot of burn debuffs to our enemy. So I'm going to re-roll here as much as we can till we find some defense. This one actually seems pretty good because it has mana regen as well. And we're going to take this defense too. Going to forge these up. We want the mana regen so he casts more often. And every time he casts, he gains defense. And he also heals for the amount of defense he has. Should we go to the campfire? I think we go to the campfire. Because we can literally get the Dragon Rider origin here, which doubles the amount of burns we place. I think we'll actually take that over the crit chance damage. Any other things here that we'd like to take? I don't think so. I think we just take Dragon Rider. What should we enchant? No. 2 burns. We're going to be taking. And then 60% chance to inflict burns on all enemies. Seems very good for us. Shop is kind of wasted. We could actually get a legendary recipe. We could take Eager as well. I don't know if we want to. Every attack has a 1% chance per burn to stun enemies. Should we take that over anything else here? Before we purchase anything. I think we actually take the Blazing Trident. And we put it on Blake. Give him more crit chance and more ways to inflict burns. We want to be stacking as much burns as we can. Why is this cheaper than this epic here? Why would a legendary be cheaper? We don't want Alec. Magnus scales off attack speed. There's also just flat crit chance, which probably would have been better. It is what it is. Attack speed. Cora shoots bullet storms around her, dealing damage to nearby enemies and healing for a certain amount. Any mana regen. Any mana regen, spell power type things. Well, 100 spell power would lose attack speed. I'm going to take it. I'm going to put it on Cora so Cora can heal our team away. And we're going to take the attack speed and crit chance too. So they're back into positives for attack speed. Let's go ahead and fight the elite here. Got a decent amount of trophies. We could level up one of our level 3 lads, and I think we level up Atreus here. Crit strikes gain attack speed. Crit strikes inflict bleed, or every critical strike the hero heals for 3% of the hero's max HP and summons. Going to take the healing option here. We want Atreus to be targeted by most of everything. I think this positioning is fine having Ola over here. Although she is taking a lot of damage very, very quickly. But we stacked up quite a lot of burns on everyone. Yeah, Ola's dead. We'll Blake as our main DPS. Yeah, we stack up a tremendous amount of burns. Oops, accidentally opened up something there. Going to read the debuffs here for a second. Burn scales with attack speed and ethereal damage. Bleed scales with attack damage, especially critical strikes. So you want to scale up attack speed and ethereal damage. But also a lot of our characters scale on attack damage. Do we want... I don't think we want this, nor this, nor this. So we reroll here. Frost makes it that their spell damage does more damage. We do have a lot of spell power on Ola, even though she's a physical attacker. But that's because she generates a lot of spell power by this war staff here. The reason why we took this is because it increases her max mana by 2 for every 4 attacks. So she scales up attack damage that way. We don't want any of these actually. Every second the wearer has a 2% chance per burn on the enemy to gain 1 mana regen, stack 6 times. We don't want that, we want to reroll here. Gains 1 defense and 5 shield. That actually seems pretty good. Well, it's not what we want here. Attack damage, gain crit chance, no. Tail amplification for every burn with the highest burn on an enemy. Tail amplification increases the effectiveness of ethereal damage done by the hero. Every attack heroes deal ethereal damage equal to the amount of burns on the enemy. Other ethereal damage from abilities effects increased 1.5% burn on enemies. We don't really have any ethereal. We have Magnus, so this could actually be a Magnus item here. All heroes gain 40 crit chance but lose 40 attack damage and gain 1 max mana, but it is sacrificed, so you have to lose 1 of your relics for it. Coffee Beans, the hero with the highest max mana, gains 35% attack speed, but their max mana is increased by 6. All summons gain 200% attack speed and 200 attack damage, but lose 20% attack speed and 20 attack damage per summon on the battlefield. So it evens out if you have 10. Good for the dinosaur, but requires also a sacrifice. It shields the lowest HP hero for 180 every 4 seconds. I'm actually going to take Dandelion here. We're struggling a bit with survivability. Out of all those options, it seems like it'd help us out quite a bit here. We're going to have our characters down here. We're actually going to take this and we're going to apply the attack speed to Magnus. If we actually put this all here, I think this is probably going to be better than having it on Korra. What is the Lich going to do to us? He summons an orb to the furthest corner from his position. The orb sends 2 interceptable beams towards the furthest and closest enemies, dealing 250 damage and inflicting corruption. Corruption increases the amount of damage taken. I think this positioning is fine. I'm going to Trace taking all the damage, but there's the interceptable beams. It's already dealt with. We didn't lose any characters. Incredible. Let's pick our item here. When a wearer receives damage from any sort. This seems like it's nuts. I think we actually take it. I'm going to put it on Ola's item here. She's kind of like our off tank a little bit. Shop versus a campfire. I'm going to go to the campfire. We got the Night Stalker. From what I remember, you want your spellcasters in the front and your attack damage dealers far away. So we're going to have it like this because he decreases the spell damage of the furthest enemies away and decreases attack damage of close range characters. That wasn't too bad. Let's pick our item here. Spell power, mana regen, attack damage, crit chance. For mana regen, but lose attack speed. I think we take spell power, mana regen. Spell power, mana regen. And we're going to put these on Korra. Let's pick our relic now. Hextile buffs. Not the biggest fan of hextile buffs. Healing received, gain lifesteal. Molten stone will beat it out of us if we ever take it. I know it starts with 15 burns, but can only reach 15 burns. So it makes all our characters pretty much useless. Go and take a lifesteal here. Let's go ahead to the passive swap now. Going to level up. Oh, we actually can't. That was a mistake. Could have waited actually till next round, but it is what it is. Let's run. This positioning is not too important on this difficulty. I think it's pretty much fine. We're not going to be taking too much damage here. We scale up a decent amount of burn. And we won that fight. We got a legendary recipe. When you deal damage, gain shield equal to damage dealt. Gain 150 healing. Let's reroll here. Receives heal. Every 3 attacks, the wearer inflicts 2 burn to all enemies and gains defense equal to the amount of burn on the enemy with the most burn. I'm actually going to take that. I'd really like that on actually a trace here rather than this one. Let's choose reward. We could swap passives between 2 characters. Actually need to reread some of our passives here. Inflicting bleeds, not great. I think we just reroll here. I think we reroll the crit money. Whenever mana regen generates mana, gains shield received. Additionally, the hero's HP is consumed before the shield. While shield received, we have no way to generate shield apart from Dandelion, but that's not going to go on Ola too often. The hero's spell power is increased by 10% of the current shield. Or the hero heals a hero, they gain 2 spell power. We're just going to take the mana shield. That was not useful whatsoever. Gain mana regen, spell power damage, gain defense to spell power, receive a heal to max mana, gain attack damage to defense. None of these here. I'm going to enchant one of these here. Inflicting 2 burns, which Fire Cloak would be better for AoE rather than the Blazing Trident, but Blazing Trident would be much better for bossing. Or we could take the Regeneration Ring, given a 14% chance to refill mana on full. I'm actually going to do this. We could enchant again, but we'll leave ourselves on 3 HP. And I'm actually going to do it. I'm going to get the Blazing Trident so we can take down bosses. Let's go ahead and fight the boss here. Let's level up all in now. Defense, spell power, mana regen, or attack damage. I just want to take defense. As silly as that is. I'm going to have Magnus in the back, Blaze in front of him. And have Korra in this position. Let's check Korra for a second again. A close range fighter. Korra is a close range fighter. Want Atreus to be in this position. Bringing all the slimes to him. Let's see how this position goes. I think this one's pretty good. Yeah, all the slimes are targeting Atreus. Dealing a lot of damage to him, but he is healing for his defense here. He scales defense every time he casts. And Magnus did a tremendous amount of material damage. And we got a trophy here. Finished fight with a hero having at least a 1000 DPS per second. That was Magnus. That is a massive amount of damage. We got Elriel, we got Silas and Nox. Silas is a brand new character that was not released in the prologue here. Cast Batstorm, leeching HP of nearby heroes and enemies. The amount leached from enemies is increased by 3% per bleed. A lot of bleed characters have been added, I guess. Kind of a cool character, close range character as well. And a tank healer. Vampiric Instincts. When the hero is below 50% HP, inflict 8 bleeds to all enemies. Cooldown is 7 seconds. Additionally, the first time, generate all your mana. We're just going to take Silas. None of these characters really matter all that much. Gain attack damage. We don't want that on Magnus. We don't want that on Magnus, nor Blake, nor Korra. We don't want Bone God or the Dark Knight. Or the Dark Knight Armor. Let's reroll here. Where attacks generate additional mana, but they also get damage. But they also get damage for their attack damage. Max mana. Striker's Arrow. The wearers gain Ethereal Fuse attacks. Their attacks now deal ethereal damage instead of physical damage. And they can still critical strike, but they gain additional damage from bleeds and both lifesteal and magic steal. We're actually going to take this one. Because it is 20% attack speed. Perfect for Magnus here. I genuinely think we actually need this legendary one on Ola. We got Fishing Rod, increase their team size by 1. But all heroes get damage for 15% max HP when the fight starts. Kind of good with Cup of Blood. It doesn't matter if we lose HP. We can take the Seahorse here. Got Sea Horse, you gain 7 spirit summons, up to 7 summons in total. 1 spirit summon adds to your summon count. So not too great for a summon build, but not too bad for us. Hextile buffs gain attack damage. It is risky taking Flail here. Out of all these, I'm actually going to take Flail for the Hextile. It makes the most sense for us there. Act 3, Eater Dungeon. So in the prologue, you only get to fight in the first 2 floors, and then you fight the final boss. And now we get a 3rd floor, which I haven't seen yet, and I haven't seen this boss before. So let's plan our route now. We want to be getting as much elites as we can to be getting more relics. Alternatively, we could get campfires to enchant our stuff here, as well as heal up. If we go this way, we can have 1-2 elites with a shop at the end. Or if we go left, we can get 1 elite and a campfire. I think we actually want to go to the right. Do you want the campfire? We're going to go in the middle here and consider that option first right now. 12 trophies. 12 fives is 60, so we got 60 experience here. Who should we level up? We should probably level up Magnus, since he did a serious amount of damage. Mana regen, max HP. I'm going to take a attack speed on him. And then we got 30 more XP, but we leave for now. Attack damage on Blake there. Attack damage here. What did these guys do? For every other demon archer targeting the same hero, gain attack speed and attack damage. So we want to split them up as much as we can. I don't know if we want Korra over here. I'm going to actually forge this Blaz on Korra here. Want to have Korra as our off tank here. She shields herself, as well as providing support for our party. She's going to be our tank healer. I'm actually going to level her up now. Hopefully gaining not too great. I'll take Magic Steel. We'll have our characters split out like this. We might lose Blake here, but it is what it is. We'll run in this positioning here. Blake is doing a serious amount of damage actually. Magnus is doing a lot less, but his DPS comes more on bossing, where you stack up a lot of burdens on an enemy. We got defense, attack damage, max mana, and minus attack speed. Would be good for Korra. So I'm actually going to take it for Korra. Attack speed, defense, spell power, max HP, and just straight up spell power. What should we take here? Attack speed, defense. Let's go ahead to the campfire actually. Any of these origins do we want? Stunned, spell power, attack damage. None of these. Let's enchant here. What should we take? Fire Tome. I'm going to upgrade Guardian Helmet, giving her tank more options. 6% chance to inflict burn to all enemies versus a 6%. I'm actually going to take this for Fire Tome for bossing as well. Let's go up. We have 55 flame. Let's go on to the next fight. We're going to add that here on to Korra. We want to place Ola on our attack hextile buffs as much as we can, giving her out that extra damage. Arc Warrior deals 300 spell damage to nearby enemies and heals 100% of damage dealt. And then we got Orb Demon. Sends demonic bolts towards other enemies if there are no other enemies alive. Instead, sends bolts towards all heroes. Demonic hits the first heroes in the paths. So we kind of want to spread them out then. We'll leave it like this. They can probably hit Atreus and Blake. But we haven't been away that a lot of the orbs are not moving towards our characters. Nice, we got a win here. And we get another forge item. We want to be very, very choosy on what we pick here now. Want one for Korra or one for Magnus. So let's reroll here. Chance to fill mana every second. The wearer deals additional material damage equal to the defense. Mana regen. Wearer gains mana regen equal to how far they are from other heroes. No thank you. We should actually just take this for Magnus again. Because that is going to be a lot of damage for him. 36% material amplification. Let's move on here. 10 trophies now. 50 experience. I actually want to save it to level up Atreus. Or should we level up Magnus? I think I'm actually just going to level up Magnus. Chance to stun. Every 4 seconds the hero deals additional splash ethereal attack damage and inflicts 2 bleeds. This Garnet has kind of ruined this one, but dealing a splash ethereal damage I'm going to take. We're going to put Korra on this Hextile buff. We're going to have Atreus in the center. Let's see, your demonic laser sends an orb to the furthest corners from the Lich's position. The orb sends 2 interceptor beams towards the furthest and closest hero, spreading corruption, dealing 175 spell damage to heroes and Koan in front of him. Let's have Atreus here. Let's run this, see do we lose any characters. The enemies are level 7, so this could be tough. Doesn't seem to be too bad here. We do stack a lot of burn. Cora's about to die though. Managed to just bear... No, she just died there towards the end. Whoops. Any of these do we take? None. When aware critical strikes, deal it 30 ethereal damage. I have to have at least 5 attack damage to lose 5 attack damage. Gain 15 ethereal amplification. Do we want spell power to start the fight? I don't think so. Mana regen, but they lose 300 HP. Every attack they wear has 1% chance per burn and bleed to stun. I'm actually going to take this one. I'm going to put it on Korra. So she can kind of... It's another way to survive. What should we take here? We could take 4 trophies. Could take reroll. I'm actually just going to take reroll passives. And I'm going to probably remove that one. They seem to be pretty good. Pretty good. Not too great. But useful all the same. More useful than the mana shield here. All heroes gain crit chance for summons. Every second attack inflict burn. Perfect one for us. It consumes burn to heal themselves. So I'm going to move towards the elites here. We got 2 dragons. 2 bone dragons. Dark dragons actually. Breeds Dark Flame, dealing 1000 damage in a line. Split between all heroes hit. Barred cardio. After 30 seconds of fight, they die. So we basically want our characters to be in this sort of line. So they all take extra damage. Or take the damage split. We're going to have Blake on the attack tile here. And let this run, yeah. Having them split means they deal less damage to everyone overall. Yeah, we stack. Actually thought we would have stacked more flames or burns on our enemies. Reached in rage time, but we actually killed one of the dragons. And we got the trophy for it. Just looking at Magnus' DPS, he is a boss killer. We had 400, as well as we got Juggernaut. I mean, Atreus had literally 400 defense, making him a Giga Tank. Just go and take this item. I don't think we want it really, nor that one. We got Coral Treasure, gain 10% healing received and shield received for every summon. So looking like the summons got a lot of support in the final game release here. We got Sift and Ritos Pack, both content creators. You should go check them both out. We got Corrupted Mass, which increases our team size. We could add 7 units on the field with Cup of Blood, which would have been actually awesome. We're going to take Sift here. And we should probably duplicate Dandelion. It's kind of a more boring option, but duplicating is always fun. especially relics. Now we have less of a survivability issue here, just considering who to level up. I'm actually going to level up Blake to gain another buff. Every time it crits, they summon a war element and continue to increase their attack damage instead of summoning even more. Every crit chance, they heal 3% of the hero's max HP and summons. Or every 4 seconds shield the hero with their spell power. I'm actually going to take the critical strikes summons so I can scale Blake's attack damage. What does this guy do again? Heroes in front, so we want to have our main carry in a position where he attacks him only. Just like this. We'll see the DPS numbers here, see what Magnus climb up. The more burns on our enemy, the more damage Magnus will do. You see it scaling up here. And that was that. What should we take here? A final item for Cora. Red Lux attacks deal bonus to shield damage equal to 20% of physical damage. Sounds pretty good. But it's not what I really want here. Let's continue to reroll attack damage, gain 30 attack damage. Every attack they wear consumes a burn on target to gain this. We're actually going to take this for Cora. Cora is literally going to be an Omega tank as well. Because they inflict burn and then they consume burn to gain max mana. And they gain defense from it too. I want to keep an eye on Cora's stats for next round. She got 35 defense, so she might get bursted down instantly. Straight away. What do these guys do? Deal 260 spell damage to nearby heroes and gain damage reduction. When another skeleton titan dies, it gains attack damage and attack speed. So not super fantastic for us. Kind of want to have Atreus being the tank for these three guys, and hopefully Cora can be a tank for these two guys. Let's open up Cora's stats. She hasn't gained any defense yet. She's gone bursted up to 103. And that's all we got to see. 103 at the end of it. She had 1400 HP. Trace had 207 and 1600 HP. Let's pick our item here. Attack damage, attack speed. We'll take the crit chance. And just take attack damage and crit chance. For every frost on enemy with the boss frost, all heroes gain 3 attack damage, caps at 120 attack damage. That seems pretty good. 2 hextile buffs gain attack speed. That sounds pretty good, but also not pretty good at the same time. All heroes' attacks inflict a shock on all enemies, but heroes lose 40% attack speed. Or all heroes gain 20% attack speed but lose attack damage. I'm actually going to take Electrified Gemstone. And I'm actually going to remove Garnet, because Garnet has been kind of hindering us a little bit. It seems like the perfect trade. Let's go to the event now. More treasure. While exploring the Evil Kingdom, you come across not one, but 2 massive chests. You think to yourself, that's it, we made it. On second thought, you wonder, what are such massive chests doing in the middle of an Evil Kingdom? Your heart starts beating twice as fast. Boom, kaboom, boom, kaboom, boom, kaboom, boom, kaboom. We have 40% chance to find some gold or 60% chance to fight mimics. Just like that. 10 trophies. Can't do much. Let's position our characters. We're going to have Cora off tanking. Atreus being targeted by this guy. Let's move. Oh yeah, I actually forgot. When you fight mimics, everything is random. You literally just ate Cora. Just bursted her down so fast. Add another character. It is what it is. We lost 2, but didn't matter all that much. Is there any of these items we want? I don't think there is. Consume 2 bleeds to gain 1 mana regen. Gain received. I don't think we want actually any of this. We could take the crit chance. Spell power for each bleeding shock. Consume shock to gain spell power. material damage per summon, where attacks have 20% chance to gain defense here, but lose max HP. We're going to remove the chance to stun. I know we're after reducing our HP down to so much, but we have a way to scale up a tremendous amount of defense and HP. So as long as she doesn't get bursted down, we should be good to go. Check our shop here. We got James, Ryu, Azar, Joanna, and Zephys. Let's check. The legendary recipes gain lifesteal, dispel power. On cast, all enemies gain 2 of every debuff active on them. Additionally, after 10 seconds in a fight, you gain shield equal to 1% max HP per debuff on enemies with the most debuffs. You gain 2 attack damage, 2 spell power. We need this one. Flameborn, with the highest burn on enemies. Receives attack damage from any source to gain attack and spell power every second. A 2% chance to gain mana regen per burn and frost. Max mana, material damage. So we're going to be taking the Flameborn here. And any good attack speed. Any good attack speed. We could remove the crit damage. I think we actually do remove the crit damage for this one here. Or actually, we need to buy the attack speed first. Let's go ahead and remove that one. Give him more consistent damage. I know it's not 600% crit damage, but now he gains attack damage and spell damage and attack speed for every burn. He's going to be more of a bosser now, more than anything. Is there anything else we want? I don't know if there is anything else we want. 2 of every debuff active on him. Additionally, after 10 seconds in the fight, you gain shield equal to 1% max HP per debuff. So, could remove one of these. Could remove the fire cloak. I think we actually remove the fire cloak. I'll take mana regen and defense as well. Remove the fire cloak. I know the fire cloak is massive, but defense and mana regen, I'm happy enough with too. Let's proceed on to this boss here. The Slaying Queen. She looks pretty awesome actually. What does she do? She recalls the dead at the start of the fight, and every 7 seconds, Slaying Queen recalls the dead with summons 5 specters. Locations marked on the map. Specters have 5% of the HP, 10% of attack damage, and deal 40 spell damage to nearby heroes. She also has Forsaken Rat. Slaying Queen gains 10% lifesteal for every spectre alive, but if no spectres alive, she instead inflicts 30 corruption on her current target, increasing the damage they take per stack. Pretty interesting character here. Let's see what we can achieve here. We're going to have guys coming from this position. So we'd like to have a trace here. Cora over here. Magnus in this position. Actually, we have Magnus in here. Blake in here. Have a trace tank in here. It's so these spawns target Atreus and Cora. We could actually have Cora here. And let's run this now. Cora actually might get bursted down here. She needs to start scaling up HP as soon as possible. She's scaled up a lot of defense right now. And that was the fight. We got 3 trophies. We unlocked a whole heap of things. I wasn't expecting to win the fight that fast. Let's see the fight recap. Magnus did a serious amount of damage. Yeah, Flameborn scaled up. Flameborn was a massive chase. Such a good item. Scaled up Blake to be a boss killer. He was doing 3000 DPS, almost matching Magnus. Ola did very little. Received a lot of shield though. Cora did not too much, but scaled up a lot of defense. Atreus was our Giga Tank. And that was that. Fight duration was only 14 seconds. Dandelion did 1008 shield. Team's attack speed by 2%. The run was about an hour and 4 minutes long. It is what it is. This has been super fun. Anyway, this is our stats here. This build was super fun. It was all about inflicting as much burns as we could. having 2 boss destroyers. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you keep a lookout for the next one. See you next time.